So good morning, everyone. Working on a weekend. Just part of being a guy, you gotta give up. Actually, being an adult, you gotta give up life for a couple bucks so you don't end up in the poorhouse, you know. Don't want to lose what little you have, at least me. So that's that in winter. It's always freaking winter up here. That's why I haven't been posting as many videos or anything like that. And just not a lot of time. Always work or fixing something or asleep. I'm sure I look quite tired because I am. And I'm just burned out, really. All my time off that I get, from my places of work, working two jobs, it's like, no, you don't really get time off because you either have to work the other job or your days off aren't together. And they're split up in the week, so the only benefit of that is you get to sleep in a little bit later, but then you got to get ready for work. So there's no real time off. And that's one thing I'd like for corporate America to understand, that you can't do that to people. You need to give people time so they can actually live. And I know it's a little bit doom and gloom sounding, but honestly, my generation, we're just lost, and that's the way it is. It's not stable like it used to be. It's not as easy as it was. And I didn't have to go uphill to school both ways, but I do have to always be going uphill. It doesn't get easier as you get older. And there's a couple people in my family, one in particular, that I would very much like to learn this lesson of. Part of being a man in particular is you have to make these sacrifices so your family can actually live, so your family can be whole. And if you're unwilling to do that, either the family falls apart or you end up falling out of it. And you have to do something in life, just something, anything. It doesn't have to be important even, but just do something. Have a purpose. Find something to do. And my life, the weather's changing, and I'm excited for that because that means I can go on more and more walks. I don't have to dress in 20 pounds of clothing just so I don't freeze to death, and I can wear comfortable shoes and comfortable clothes. And take my dog with me so he doesn't cut his feet up. Yeah. I'm excited that we actually have sunlight again, and the future does look bright in a way, because finding your footing, no matter where you land, is the first step. Because taking stock of what you have, what you don't have, where you are, allows you to plan the next step. And as long as you can put one foot in front of the other, you should do that. There is no formula for life. There isn't one. There's several ways to live. That's why everybody has their own lifestyles and their own desires and wants and needs. You just have to muddle through the bits you don't understand. And I'm learning every day, that things are more simple or more complicated. Like right now, my complication is I don't have a lot of time to do what I want. I don't have a lot of money because everything's expensive and no employer is willing to pay what I'm worth. I didn't buy into the scam of going to college and getting, tens of thousands of dollars of debt in the hopes of getting a job that might pay me $20 an hour. I didn't buy into that. And I'm in the same position that a lot of people that I work with are, that went to college. The only difference is they have debt over their head because they did what they were told. They were told to follow a specific path to walk in life. Now, I don't enjoy telling people what they should do or telling people how to live their life, but there are ways not to do it. Doing nothing is a terrible way to live your life. Pursuing those vices, that is not a way to live your life. Being successful is subjective, it's relative, it's different for everybody. There is no definitive definition for that. You know what I mean? There just isn't. My version of success is going to be different to anyone else's version of success, whether they agree with me or not. Some people, it's driving a nice car, having a 4-bedroom house, having 50 acres, having 200 acres, having hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank, being in a position of power, being important, being, just traveling the world. That's not what I view success at all. I mean, I view success as a comfortable retirement in 20 years or so. I'm not too broken down to live. I'm determined for that not to be me. And it's unfortunate that a lot of my elders fell into that trap, and they're finding it difficult to get day by day because they didn't learn the lesson early that I did. And I'm not talking down to anybody. It's just the circumstances of life, the hand that I was dealt, the hand that, quite frankly, I'm thankful for in a lot of ways. But would I trade in some cards? Yeah, I would trade in some cards that I got dealt. But what I have is enough to learn from. My friends, I just, don't have a lot of contact with them anymore. And that's partly my fault, I don't reach out. I'm tired. I'm always irritable, always working. And, to people that don't understand, it's not difficult, but it's not simple to make the choices you need to make when you don't know what to do. Right now, I'm muddling through. And that's okay. As long as you're not doing nothing. Give yourself time. Even now, I have little breaks that I've forced myself to take. If you don't have those, you're going to be just mentally fatigued. Just not going to be there. You'll be awake, you'll be alert, but you're not there. Your personality isn't with you. For me, it's going to be a good year because I get to spend time outside. My new job, regardless of the garbage pay I'm getting and the garbage schedule I have, is outside. Working with plants, working with people, telling them about something I love, something that I can learn about the more I keep working. Because working the land, working the soil, learning my plants, flowers, crops, like that stuff, that is an essential thing that so many of us have forgotten. And I love getting my hands dirty, literally. I love dirt on my hands. I love the smell, the feel, watching plants grow, knowing that the fruits of my labor are paying off. Literally, I can see every step that my effort, the work I put in, I can see the results of it at every stage. And to me, that is just such a fulfilling just wave of emotions that I get. I don't break down in tears like some people would. I'm not like that, but that brings me joy and satisfaction. Being out in the woods, away by myself or with my dog, that brings me satisfaction. just make the time for yourself. If you don't know what to do and you don't know what to do with your feet, give yourself time so you can figure it out. But what you do in that time is essential for putting one foot in front of the other. Okay? Sitting down and doing nothing. Why would anybody go out of their way to help you? Why would someone that doesn't know, that is also muddling through, know how to help you, or want to, or think it's essential to do so? And if everybody just did something that they enjoy, just do something, we'd be so much happier. If we actually had stability, which it's up to us to find what that is, you know. And I know, like, the talk is a bit somber today and it might sound negative, but these are important things that all of us need to figure out so we can actually live. We're in the digital age. Everyone, even me right now, is attached to their phones 24/7. It's not healthy. Just take some time away from a screen. Take some time away from a vehicle. Take some time away from houses, away from roads and sidewalks, and just go out in nature. Just go sit under a tree and fall. As the leaves fall around you, smell the soil. Listen to the wind through the branches. Watch the birds flying over water. Listen to a creek or a river. The sound that your foot makes across sandy shores or gravel stone path. It's amazing, the peace that comes with that, because it's just you. Get to know yourself. Get out for a while. Anyway, if you're suffering through it, thank you for listening, and until next time.